I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Morning, everyone.
You know what a coon's like when you get him cornered.
Okay, we got the agenda ahead of us. Is there any additions, corrections, deletions?
I have none.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda.
I'll second. Got a motion and a second. Any other discussion? Now we'll call for the vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. That will go down to the minutes from last week's board meeting. Has everyone had a chance to review those?
On the committee report, said Bach report on jail meeting coalition holding human services and no upcoming meetings. It should have been that report on the jail meeting, and then it should have said upcoming meetings include coalition of human services.
All right, I'll make that change.
CPC. Sorry, should notify you that earlier.
No, that's okay.
Okay.
With that correction, I would move to approve the minutes. I will second that.
Okay, got a motion and a second on the floor. Any other discussion? If not, we'll call for the vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Okay, thanks for.
That, go down to new business. First item on the agenda is secondary roads, and Courtney, you have a utility?
Yeah, I
permit
do.
from Dave?
I guess Dave won't be here. Becky brought these in. So this looks like it's from Western Iowa Network. I'm gonna let you guys take a look at it, because you probably know a lot more about them than I do.
That. Like in
Section 36 of Glidden. Oh,
yeah,
oh,
section 33.
By
but,
Ralston.
Section 36. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they're running fiber to the elevator there.
yep, that's what it is.
Landis.
Yeah.
They show them
So it's 33 of Glidden?
36.
36.
Running out to K.
There's the map there, so.
Am I doing a good job confusing the issue?
It's Monday. It's all right. Everything's good.
I'll make a motion to approve. Is that the only one?
Sign off on that.
I'll second it.
Okay, we got a motion and a second on the utility permit. Any other discussion? Now we'll call for the vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. With that, we'll go down to item number 2, is the tax suspensions.
All right, so you should all have a list of these. There's the Manning Incorporated and the Coon Rapids Incorporated are continuous ones. They're not new. The Carroll Incorporated one is new, but there's 3 total this year. And the suspension is if the property ever gets sold, those taxes do become due at that time.
So is that, they actually like a lien on the tax?
These are Medicaid eligible people that are eligible to have them suspended.
You want these back, shred them in?
Yeah, it's confidential information. So.
The top one, I did ask a question about that this morning, and that is a total separate piece. Because some of those are arranged where there could be 4 in it, and the association owns the land and the building. These are all individualized. That term can be used many different ways, so I did ask about that, and that is just for that little small little piece.
Okay. Do you want to shred these all?
Yeah, if you want to give them to me, I can destroy them, yes.
Sounds great.
Okay.
After we put notes on them, right? Ian?
Yeah, I've got the notes here too, so.
Everybody good? All right.
Well,
So
She's right, it's confidential.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, any other questions regarding the tax suspensions?
I'll make a motion to approve this tax suspension.
I'll second it.
Okay, got a motion and a second on the floor. Any other discussion? Now we'll call for the vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Can I get a stamp on that, please? There is a payable that I wanna show you guys. I don't think I have it. You didn't give it to me. I'll be right back.
Oh, holy fit, it's ready. Somebody got it ready.
Oh, you must do that for the meeting. Go back to-
North on 71, they were burying tubes for fiber or something this week, right up, just north of Schenkelberg. And every time I went by, that edge of the boring
So
machine
you guys got the
was
updated
on the
list?
pavement.
Okay.
There's 3 here that came in later, and since this is the last bill day
You wanna
of the
get them
fiscal
through?
year, we wanna get these in, so I'll pass these around if you wanna take a look at those. They are not on the report.
I just, it's like,
Who was it?
I have some independent contractor, and I'm going, what are you guys are just asking for? You got your utility sign up, that don't mean nothing.
They're on the road boring underneath 71.
Yeah, they're shooting tube underneath, I mean, along the side of it.
Oh,
They're
on the
going
side.
down
Oh,
the
I
side.
see.
And I assume they were going underneath culverts and things like that, not the guys, and right on the top of the hill, no traffic, mornings there, and a little tiny little utility sign, I thought, someone don't get run over out here, it'll be a miracle.
Ambulance. Yes.
Do we normally do advertising?
Hmm?
Do we normally do advertising?
For what?
Last year we bought a bunch of pens. Yeah.
Yes, that department does routinely buy things for that at the end of the year. Comes out of the allocation money. Do other offices, the sheriff has bought.
Yeah, I guess they made the conservation once in a while.
Maybe, yeah.
Ambulance does a little bit with their.
Well, you can see it in those, that's kind of the way it looked to me. There's a lot of office supplies and stuff like that bought.
Well, I just, to me, I'd sooner see it used for something else than advertising.
Oh, that way, you know.
We don't here, but I guess if you're wanting to get people in for services, then I guess it could.
Yeah,
have
and
been
try to
made there.
promote services, I suppose.
Any other questions regarding the payables? No, in order for a motion to approve, the bond?
I'll move to approve the payables as presented, including the ones Courtney passed around.
I'll second that motion.
Okay, got a motion and a second on the floor regarding the tables. Any other questions or comments? No, call for the vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. With that, we'll go down to setting the public hearing for the construction permit for Prestige Farms at section 5 of Wheatland. Gene and Rich and I went up there, looked at that last week. I did get a call from Kent Kraus this morning. They are gonna have to apply for an extension because it was supposed to be in the DNR by the 5th, and I said, there's no way we can make that with the
It's
public
not supposed to be
hearing."
there till the 9th.
I know, and it's, and so.
No, that's
Kent-
on the original paperwork. The recommendation was,
Oh, it's
okay.
at night?
Well, okay, no later than the 5th, but the hearing's on the 2nd.
Oh, it is on the second. I was
Yeah.
thinking it had to be the 9th.
No, because this publication requirements are different for public notice
Oh,
on
okay.
something like this, so it's already been in, it's gonna be in the paper. We'll have it on Monday. And
Okay.
I talked to the DNR about that too, so.
Okay, I'll call Kent back
Okay,
today.
Yeah.
we were both under the impression that we'd had to wait till the 9th
Yeah.
at
No,
minimum before we
the
could do
5th,
it.
the
Yeah.
5th is okay. And I talked to, let me look at, if I can find your name.
Because I told Kent I'd call him back with the public hearing date
I
today.
talked to Cindy Garza, who
Okay.
sent this. I know she wasn't who was at the thing, but.
Allison was.
Allison, it's gotta begin with an A, but I
Yeah,
can.
Allison
So I'm
Mannix.
proposing to set the hearing for 9:30 on the 2nd.
Okay, I'll
next
let
Monday.
Kent know that. So July 2nd at 9:30. So with that, we need a motion to set that date and time.
I'll make a motion that we set the, for the date and time is July 2nd, 9:30.
I'll second that.
Okay, you got a motion and a second. Any other discussion? Now we'll call for the vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Okay, with that, we'll go down, jump down to item number 5, is to discuss the Carroll County Mental Health Advocate, and that's Brett Michaels. And I visited with, Eric knew a little bit more about that last week, and I talked to him the week prior too. His suggestion is we maybe do a transition period with the existing one, and Neil, with the Rolling Hills region, we're looking at hiring a gal for that one. But Eric's suggestion is maybe doing a transition period of 6 months or a year to kind of go in, but that's up to the Rolling Hills. I mean, they can go from there. So what are you guys' thoughts?
I also talked to Eric, and I think the biggest concern he had is this guy is awful thorough, does a really good job, and he's said, I don't even know who the person is. He said, I have to assume that the rest of the counties have her, or whoever this person is, they must be pretty decent or they wouldn't have him. But that was his only concern, I think, is this guy is pretty good, he's very accurate, follows up, does a really good job. He's worried about we might digress just a little bit. That's his biggest concern, I think.
I called Dawn and talked to her Friday, I think it was. And basically, primarily, it's an economic decision. That just makes good sense for us to have one person who the region has. And we are going to have a meeting on Wednesday and discuss this. Rolling Hills is. I'm confident that I asked her to explain the situation. She explained what she had understood from meeting with you guys the week ago Monday, and I said, that's fine. Now, what is your thought of the thing? Strictly economic. So she will propose to the board that we have one person, one mental health advocate. There are very few issues with Brett Michael, nothing to do with $50. He's done an okay job. He's probably traveled more than to see people in a phone call they thought would probably do, which probably plays into Eric New's part of him being quite thorough.
Yeah.
So that's a give and take deal. But primarily an economic decision. It's not for poor performance or anything like that.
Yeah, that's what I conveyed to Eric, was that if the region would move towards not compensating us or give us a hint that that's probably the direction they want to go, then that would, I'm going to follow the region, what they wish to say. I mean, that's why we belong to a region, and there's a lot of people vetting that out very well, so.
What I'd like is a sense of direction to bring to the meeting of the, on Wednesday.
Rolling Hills.
Well, I just told you, I guess if, I don't want to pay two places, that's my point. And like I said, I'm sure this person has been working for you for a while, and there's been no issues, so I was.
Well, I'm not saying that the person who's going to replace Brett is a perfect person.
Oh, yeah, no,
We don't
I understand
know
that.
We don't know that
Yeah,
at this point.
I'm saying that they both probably have couple things that didn't do perfectly,
Mhm.
and it boils down to economic decision.
So can you
Well,
say who
there's a-
the new person is? Is
There's a
that-
gal who does every county except Carroll County,
Hmm.
and of course Woodbury County. And one of my questions, Dean, to the board was, well, wait a minute, what if Woodbury County comes on? Won't we maybe want Brett to pick up a few more counties rather than lose Carroll County? And this is no, Woodbury County has their own mental health advocate that would probably bring her along. So that was one question that was also asked.
So the-
This gal, Sandy is her name, has been doing all the counties except Woodbury County, of course.
So, I mean, just a thought that I have is that if Brett is as good as, what we're hearing, should there be an interview process and you hire the best one? Sandy and, I mean, I don't know, that's,
Yeah, I don't think Brett could would be interested in that.
he wouldn't be interested in that.
No.
Yeah.
He's,
He's got too many other.
Yeah.
Yes, he's an
counties,
attorney, and he's
yeah.
located outside the district and outside the region and that type of
Sure.
thing.
He is an attorney?
Yes, I believe he is.
Well, it kind of strikes me that we had these meetings scheduled, and then all of a sudden he didn't want to reschedule them anymore.
No, he probably sees the writing on the wall. Probably knows what's coming.
Does this board have a unified, I am in favor of doing it just for economic reasons, and I don't want Don to make decisions based on, the buddy system as opposed to good solid economics when.
Merit system.
And service, and the merit system. So that would be my recommendation, but I want to bring that recommendation to Rolling Hills from the whole board, just to be fair about it.
Yeah, I don't have any problem with that.
Because basically, right now, we have to make a decision before July 1, one way or the other, correct?
Mhm. I think so, because the way it works now, we pay Brett, and the region reimburses us. So indirectly, the region is paying them. If we decide to keep Brett on, and the region quits paying, which is not a given, we're paying double.
Do we have a contract?
No.
He's at will.
He's at will. I think he'd have a hard time bringing us a job description.
I would say we just need to let him know what the recommendation of the board is, so he's aware of what's going on.
So what does everybody think about a transitional period?
I don't see any benefit of that.
One way or
Yeah.
another.
I think it'd be good if they got together and discussed clients,
Mhm.
that would be beneficial, I guess.
Yeah,
Instead of
Coming in the dark.
6 months or a year, I don't
No,
think
I don't.
that's,
What if you did like a 30-day transition?
yeah, something like that. Or just meeting with the other and say, so that this Sandy can take notes on it. Clients.
Mhm.
I don't know, something like that. That's not my call, I guess.
Okay.
But I don't
Of
think
course,
we need a.
Of course, there's nothing to look at, just, I'm gonna play devil's advocate. If you're Brett Michaels and you're told you're not gonna have a job again, are you gonna sit down with the next one and give them notes?
Yeah, that's true too.
That's true, too. Or a transitional period.
Yeah, yeah.
Whether it be 6 months or a
Why would
year.
it be transitional?
Except you're getting paid for it, probably.
Yeah.
Well, I'm okay with sending Neil with the message that we're okay with it, and then unless they have an issue with something that.
Okay.
I don't wanna totally commit.
If I go to the when I go to the Rolling Hills meeting on Wednesday, if I state them that we're agreeable to letting one person do the whole region, that's agreeable to our board. However, we encourage them to get together before, if Brett wants to cooperate. He
If
may
he's
not.
willing, yeah, I would
If
say.
he's
For a
willing
smooth
to.
transition.
Yeah. I can live with that.
Does anybody of the board have any issue with that?
No.
I think I should make an attempt to do this smooth transition.
Okay, that's the message I'll bring to the Rolling Hills then.
Okay.
All right, thank you for discussing that openly.
Somebody want to let Brett know?
Yeah, I'll let Brett know.
Or, yeah.
I've got his email.
Okay.
May have it someplace.
I think, since I've been in contact with him, I should probably do the.
Do we want a motion to that effect to let Neil move forward in that manner? There's consensus.
A consensus of the board is good enough. I think we're all here.
Okay. Okay. Any other discussion regarding that issue? If not, we'll go down to item number 6 is.
You know, let's back up.
Okay, go ahead.
You're actually terminating an employee. I wonder if we shouldn't have a motion on that effect.
Even though he's a contract.
Yeah, even
at
though
will.
he's a contract at will, I wonder if we still shouldn't have, because you're actually terminating him.
You're probably right, Dean.
I'll make a motion to that effect then.
I'll second it.
A motion and a second on the floor regarding the mental health
I think
advocate?
you're probably right.
Yeah.
I got, just,
Yeah.
yeah, I see.
Sometimes it pays to sit around back here and think.
Yeah. So, any other discussion? None. Now, we'll call for the vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
That's
Okay.
effective July 1st.
Yes. Okay, with that, we'll go down to item number 6, is to approve business associate agreement with Iowa County's Technology Services, and that's in your packet.
This kind of falls in line with what we were just talking about. This was sent to me from, I believe, first person I got it from was Dawn. This has to do with the technology that they use for their casework, my understanding. I did forward this to John Warden, and he said it's just a standard HIPAA agreement, so he had no issues with this at all. But the region and ISAC is encouraging all counties to do this. So that's what this says.
This same topic is on the agenda for the Rolling Hills Board on Wednesday.
So, but there's no cost to the county on this one.
No, this is just, yeah, John called it a standard HIPAA agreement. So, and it's because that we're, as a county, part of a region that's accessing this database, which has private health information on it.
Mhm.
And Carl kind of took a look at it too, because he's our HIPAA person, and, yeah, pretty standard HIPAA.
Well, that's the way I kinda got it, from what I read it, so.
Any other questions or comments regarding the agreement?
Neil, do you know, is that a limited access to this database? Is there,
Do we what?
Is there a limited access to this basis, to everything, all these information about people and?
Well, it's certainly not open to public, if that's what you mean by
Yeah,
limited.
just, there's no general public
No.
It has to be an employee with a password that's got some sort of credentials, I'm sure.
It's coming from Bill
Okay.
Peterson.
It was an ISAC recommendation to start with.
Okay.
He's the.
That goes out to all the counties, and then is that the way it was?
That was my understanding, yeah.
Okay.
That all the counties were getting this. So
Okay.
he's sending it out, ISAC Executive Director, on behalf of ICTS, which ICTS is Iowa
This is
Counties Technology Services.
Subsidiary
Right.
branch of ISAC. Like next-
And that's, this is new, so that's why I had John look at it, and he said it's just a standard.
And it's
HIPAA.
the same way with the next one.
Well, the
Yes.
next one we've done for several years.
Okay,
On
but
the-
it's-
And that's on the county level.
Okay,
This
gotcha.
is more on
And
the,
that's, they
part
do
of-
more of our, protect us, or educate us on HIPAA and different things that come up. I'll make a motion that we approve the business associated agreement with Iowa County's Technology Services.
I'll second that motion.
Okay. Motion and a second on the floor. Any other discussion? If not, we'll call for the vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
I do need a signature on that, Marty, yeah.
Okay.
And the next service agreement here is the one that the county enters into with ISAC. And we've done this for several years. It provides training to our employees on HIPAA, so if we have a new employee that is going to be accessing any private health information, they can take that webinar and then we're covered there. We have 5 hours annually for consultation on questions, we get newsletters, and we pay an annual fee of $17.50. That hasn't changed, it's been that way. I don't think it's ever gone up, but I think it's a good program. And it's good protection for the county to keep people knowledgeable of why it's so important to keep that stuff private. And it's nice to have somebody to talk to if you do have a more technical question.
You use them very often.
I believe so. I know Carl's used it. His recommendation was to continue with the program, and you know, that webinar for training is great because we are required to have training for our employees to access PMI, so it's a good thing. And we don't have anybody here that has the time to go and train every employee every year, so.
I'll make a motion to approve the service agreement to participate in the ISAC HIPAA program.
I'd second that.
Okay, we got a motion and a second on the floor. Any other discussion? If not, we'll call for the vote. All in favor, say aye.
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 All opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
This one, I believe, needs a signature too.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay, with that, we'll go down to item number 8, and that's to remove the 25% drain 86-150 assessment. And I talked with Courtney a little bit about this. We had the conference call with Greene County here, what was that, a week or two ago?
A couple weeks, yeah.
And basically, we approved a 4%.
4.2.
4.2% drainage assessment on that. So Dave's recommendation here is to rescind this 25% and go along with the 4.2% that we approved with Greene County.
Back on, I think it was April 2nd or around that time, we went through all the drains and Dave came in and he had all the assessments that he wanted to do. The board made a motion to approve those assessments.
Mhm.
And he had drain 86 included in those at 25%. However, we aren't, or I should say, the board's not authorized to set an assessment on a shared drain without
Yeah.
Greene County. And 25, and we don't, when we collect the money on this shared drain, all that money goes to Greene County. We don't pay bills for that drain, we just forward the money to Greene County. So Dave said he didn't realize that the drain 86 was actually 86-150, because on his list it just said
Just
86.
86, okay.
So there was some confusion there, and he said just do away with the 25%. So we'll need to have a motion to remove that
Yeah.
previously set assessment back in April, because we will go with the 4.2, which is what you approved with Greene County.
And the 4.2 has been approved with Greene County, so
Correct.
Yes.
that's taken care of.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's just I didn't want the 25% assessment to be hanging out in the board minutes, and then we never did it.
Yeah.
That might as well correct it now before we do taxes.
I'll move that we remove the 25% assessment on drain 86-150. I will second that.
Okay, we got a motion and a second. Any other discussion? No, I'll call for the vote. All in favor, say aye.
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 All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Okay, with that, we'll go down to item number 9, is to approve a fireworks permit, and this is for the Central Church and 24336 Highway 30 East, and this is for the 4th of July. So everybody's got a copy of that permit in your packet.
It's all filled out, right? I make a motion that we approve the fireworks permit for 24336 Highway 3 East for July the 4th.
Okay, we got a motion on the floor. We need a second.
Second.
Okay. Any other discussion? If not, I'll call for the vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. That will go down to item 10, is to discuss bond counsel for the jail project.
After talking a little bit with both of these firms, there's really only these two in Iowa that,
Yeah, should we call Ken and have him?
oh,
come
yeah,
up?
I'm sorry. You want to text him? He asked me to do that. I almost forgot.
You know what, should we jump down to manure management plan
That's fine.
before we're waiting
Knock
for
them
him?
out quick.
Sure.
We'll jump down to item number 11 until Ken gets here. We've got a few manure management plans today. First one is in section 19 of Maple River Township. That one, there is no changes. One in section 15 of Wheatland Township, they've changed their crop rotation. Third one is section 14 of Sheridan Township. They're doing soil testing using the P-index. And then the next one is in section 23 of Pleasant Valley Township, no changes on that one. Next one is in section 5 of Arcadia Township, they're changing crop rotation there. The sixth one is in section 16 of Wheatland Township, and they're changing crop rotation on that also. And the last one is in section 32 of Wheatland Township, and they're changing crop rotation there. So that's all the manure management plans today. So I'll maybe pass those down to Courtney, and she can file those.
Come from those ash trees.
Yeah, they just use the ash trees, right?
Yeah. Yeah, smoking, they're cutting them down anyway, it's will make paper out of them. Get some value.
With the one good thing about the fireworks, the fire marshal shouldn't be concerned about the flammability of the cornfields and everything. Everything's pretty.
Now, right now, if
neat,
it keeps doing what it's doing, I think we're supposed to get more rain today, aren't we?
Yeah, brown.
And tomorrow.
And tomorrow.
Yeah.
So probably the golf courses up there is probably closed.
Probably.
I
Yeah.
think it was pretty
I-
closed all week, wasn't it?
Yeah, I've never seen so much water come through our place. It just came so fast. 2.5 inches in less than an hour,
That's in Mason City area, got 4 inches overnight.
Oh, I see that.
Bid on
You
the-
guys reported, KCM reported some guy there south by Swan Lake, when Carroll had that 7 inch, that 11.2.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, go ahead and pull up the chair.
Oh. You're in the barrel.
Yeah.
All right, your turn, everybody.
We're gonna talk about the bond council for the jail project.
Alright, so after talking with these two firms, I realized that there's really only 2 in the state that do this type of work, which I thought was interesting. So I talked to Mark Corey from Ehlers and Cooney, or Ehlers and Cooney. I hear it pronounced both ways, so I'm not really sure. And Bob Jostin with Dorsey and Whitney. The county worked with Ehlers on the ICP project, probably the most recently. Talked to both of them, they're both nice people, both attorneys. So I kinda asked if they could give a price range and,
I think we've worked with Johnson too, haven't we?
maybe before,
Yeah.
yeah. So I gave you copies of the emails that